Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button. We should be at 100 likes, hopefully. Brown man, security, good son, we are dealing with. When we can delete the message. Rowan said, "Oh, can you ever trust these people?" I don't know. I don't know. Ransford, Wagwan, good morning. We you say you never see Prime Minister drink NWC water. Respect Splash TG. Last song we say, mama. We say Marlon push and get senator seat. I hit him a push for two. Okay. So that's why Josh Davis allegedly do all of this capping. Him a look position. My God. Last some say. That can't be 1 year. Have to be 8 year. Yeah, it can't be. It can't be. Javay say, them don't like when people show them up. Bridget, if them can't show up people, you know, them better can blurt now take show up. We can't tell her that. Anyway, make put hear where ABR News TV has said. You know that one, yeah.
And both sides make up the committee, both JLP and PNP persons make up the committee at the KCMC. Both PNP and JLP members were on the tour with us, and everybody was appalled at some of the conditions that we saw. And I'm saying, we have been getting these bad results, and nothing, our recommendations have not been accepted, and that is why we decided to go public. And I'm saying it is unfair and it's disingenuous for anybody to come here now after the first that everything was fine, to now come and say that you have equal in water and expect Jamaicans to just accept that. That is
So we seen Jesse James Clarke broke the news of the whole fecal coliform in our water. And the Jamaica Labour Party, the government having a fit over it because they never expected him to come out and let the public know what is going on. They want to politicize Jesse James coming out to let the Jamaican people know what is going on, that we're drinking contaminated water. Senator from the government side came out. We seen a councillor from the government side came out. The very same National Water Commission came out and refuted that there is no problem with the water. Even the Ministry of Health came out saying that nothing is wrong with the water. And now we're seeing Delroy Williams denounces water quality resolution as misinformation and political distraction. Them people are really serious. We cannot give an account.
Political distraction, you know. Political distraction. You know, say I tell them I tell upon themselves, ladies and gentlemen. I tell them say they're responsible for you do the water, you know. You don't know that, right?
For how much millions were spent at KCMC back when he was the mayor of Kingston. Coming out now, so we're seeing that they're really playing politics with our health now, you know. They're playing with our security, and they have played with our health far too long now with the deplorable condition that our health system is in.
Totally agree.
They're playing with our water. Water is life. And them are playing with our water and politicizing this every chance them get. Every chance they get, they politicize this thing here. And I've seen where Jesse James Clarke went on an interview with George Davis from CVM. And I said to myself when I watched a few clippings of it, why the People's National Party representative, knowing the biasness of some of these journalists, why do the People's National Party representative continues to go on their platform, continues to sit with them in interviews, when we know the outcome of the interviews are not going to be what the Jamaican people want to hear? They're going to be political with it and being biased with it. Now, I want to listen to a few clippings that I have right here with Jesse James Clarke speaking to George Davis after we seen them coming out, trickling out little by little with the truth. The Ministry of Health reported that samples of water tested indeed came up positive with E. coli, right? And we know where E. coli comes from. We know that E. coli in the gut, E. coli in feces, E. coli in soils and all those areas. And with them trucking water to the people them in trucks that are not clean, it's not safe for them to truck those water to the people. So they're coming out little by little with the truth, but then again, they're being biased with it. So here this clippings of interview with Jesse James Clarke and George Davis, and how Jesse James Clarke had to stand his ground and saying that it's not from a political standpoint, but to keep the people of Jamaica aware of what is going on. And that on both sides of the aisle sits on the committee in the KCMC. So indeed, it's not a political thing. But I want to hear this for yourself.
Both JLP and PNP persons make up the committee at the KCMC. Both PNP and JLP members were on the tour with us, and everybody was appalled at some of the conditions that we saw. And I'm saying, we have been getting these bad results, and nothing or recommendations have not been accepted, and that is why we decided to go public. And I'm saying it is unfair and it's disingenuous for anybody to come here now after the first that everything was fine, to now come and say that you have equal in your water and expect Jamaicans to just accept that. That is a very dangerous thing to say without giving us any context in terms of where it is. And I'm saying to you, not only did the Ministry of Health say that the water had in E. coli, NWC has already admitted, so it's not a case where we're trying to prosecute the matter. If NWC has admitted, and now the Ministry of Health is now coming clean and admitting, why is it that we're still debating that point in terms of whether or not the water is safe or not, when the NWC result is saying that the water has not met the public health standard, so it isn't safe? So why are we still debating the point of whether or not the water is safe? What we should be focusing on now is what needs to be done, the recommendations that were made in the resolution at the KCMC to fix the problem. That is where we need to get to.
All right, so
and the problem is, I do not want, me personally, I do not want to be caught up in the political back and forth with anybody. I want the water issues to be fixed because there are infrastructural problems that need to be fixed for you to get better quality water. For example, filtration is not taking place. And I want to go back to your point that you made about the sampling. That is the only way you can find out what is happening. Whether you're doing research or anything at all, is by taking a sample. For sure. If you want to find out what is in your body, you take a sample, whether it's a blood sample or whatever it is. And I'm saying that's the only way you're going to know what is there.
I take the floor now to say to you.
Come on, you need to allow me to finish. You need to allow me to finish. And I'm saying to you, you cannot then say...
I say, I love how Jesse James stand up for himself, sir. You mean? Just a cut off the man. Yes. Everything the man say, man, has something yes, and I interrupt the man. Let the man flow, brother. Let the man flow, bro. Disgusting.
They took a sample, so that is not what is in the water. The sample is representative of what is in the water. I brought the results here and I showed you that both at source...
Look at his face. And trim off your head, bro. Your head ball, brother. Don't know what you fight it for. Look like you have one spaceship by back of your head.
And distribution, they're having water that is not meeting the public health standard.
I take the floor from
and
you
you refuse to accept
I take the floor now for to say to you that you brought results, the most recent of which is February.
Yes, so you need
today
to ask
April. Today is April.
Yes.
And of course, NWC needs to be asked tough questions. But I say to you, if the most recent sample result you have is from February, how can you say in April that E. coli is in the water? You're talking about the present continuous when you use is.
Yes, but
so I'm saying, I'm asking the question, how can the statement E. coli is in the water based on a sample taken 2 months ago be accurate and be accepted? That's one. The other thing to consider is this. I did say that the NWC's prolific nature, I don't want to say fecundity, I'm trying to find a smaller term, the rate at which they send press releases, talking about treatment plants being shut down. We know that treatment plants are shut down whenever there's an issue with water quality or there's an issue with turbidity, we put silt in the line, they bleed the line, whatever it is. You have said that no, even when they shut down the plants, it's not all the time that they deal with the water quality and that bad water is still being distributed to the residents. That's a serious charge. So I'm just asking you again, if you're certain that bad water, even after the sample has shown that bad water is in the line, that bad water is still being sent to residents of Kingston and Central.
And what I want to say to you is that, first of all, NWC has admitted belatedly that residents were exposed to poor quality water that did not meet the public health standards. And I'm saying, at first, they denied this. The ministry also denied this. You might be late in asking for me to come on your program to do the interview, but that is what NWC says, and you're now saying that now in April I am saying this, and I'm saying that I'm not the one saying it.
No,
the Ministry of Health is now saying this in April,
based on February
that E. coli is in the water.
No,
I'm not the one saying it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not accepting, and my public can choose whether they want to. If based on a February sample, they'll accept something of the kind of E. coli is in the water in April based on a sample taken in February.
The question,
I ask you this.
So the question that should be asked then is why is it that now, when we are in April, why is it no that the ministry is just telling us no that E. coli, they have samples that had E. coli in the water?
Guess what? What you're saying no, of course, is a matter of fact.
Why is it no?
What you're saying no is a matter of fact.
And why is it that when I came...
You see, that was a key part right there. He doesn't even listen. Jesse James Clarke is a super Jesse James Clarke is questioning the integrity of the NWC, and rightfully so, because of their lies that they told before. That is where the energy should be. Yes.
And I did say that the water has been contaminated based on the February and the January results. That they did not admit it at that point in time.
What you are saying
why
now,
did they, why
what
did
you are
they
saying
admit
now
that?
is a matter of record that the NWC will have to answer to when they come here. They were to have come here this afternoon, but I didn't want to cut councillors' time short to give them space. So they'll have captive time. But let me ask you this: one of your recommendations. You said. So
the recommendations.
No. Let me raise a point, please. One of the questions you posed, one of the points you made was that there needs to be greater investment in the water infrastructure to the extent that the facilities that you toured with your colleagues across the floor and you all accepted was in bad shape, that those can be resolved. And of course, the necessary things that need to be in place to test and treat the water are in place, where the testing and the testing to be done properly and for the treatment to follow. But let me ask you this. It takes cash to care, you would agree. And you would know from your seat at the KSAMC that the KSAMC owes the NWC $151 million in unpaid water bills. So I ask, if the KSAMC, one of 14, 13 councils across the country, is in debt to the tune of billions to the KSAMC, to the NWC, where would the NWC get the money from to do the kind of investment that you speak of?
So first, let us go back to our recommendations. And the recommendations are not my recommendations or the People's National Party recommendations. These are recommendations from the Public Health and Sanitation Committee that is made up of both PNP and JP members. So the JP members also agreed with the recommendations that the NWC need to install filtering mechanisms at some of these treatment plants.
Well, stick up in there, so ABR family. We're seeing him leaving from talking about you know what Jesse James Clarke saying. He's not giving the councillor or this gentleman here a chance to answer the questions. But we're seeing what he's doing in this interview. Now he's raising this point of the KSAMC owing the National Water Commission millions. Right? When they had a mayor who was sitting in that post for 8 years, why didn't they speak or spoke to former Mayor Delroy Williams as it pertains to KSAMC owing the National Water Commission millions and millions of dollars, and why he chose?
Excellent point. Excellent point, ABR News. Excellent point.
To raise that right there and then with Jesse James Clarke, when Jesse James Clarke is not even the mayor of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. But even so, Andrew Swaby would have needed time. He's the newly minted mayor for Kingston and St. Andrew. Why didn't he raise those issues with Delroy Williams? You see what I'm trying to say? And I keep saying to myself, why do the People's National Party representative keep going to do interviews with some of these journalists who shows us day in, day out that they are politically aligned? Some of these questions that is showing at Jesse James Clarke should be thrown at the NWC. He should have gotten the NWC on the program before even Jesse James Clarke. Because what he's trying to do is trying to show that what Jesse James Clarke revealed to the public is from a political standpoint when it is not. That is what he's showing me in this interview.
So we have asked NWC to install filtering mechanisms, and what I'm saying to Jamaica is that a lot of these sites, they can be fixed. The problem can be fixed with less than $1 million. And if it's a case where you want us, and we have a good relationship with NWC in terms of paying our bills, everybody, not every government agency, there's not a single government agency that doesn't owe another agency money. That is the reason why we can't get some things done in healthcare now. And just from a last minute.
I don't want to let out of time. No, I'm telling you you're out of time. The newsreader is here.
I just want to let the public know.
Council, we have to finish now. We have to finish.
You know, so that boy, hey. You see time when you take a talk and I talk about saying you have to go, you could have given him 5 seconds to say what I'm saying. That boy, hey. What talk your man call him? It's in a plate. That boy, it's in a plate for you, know. Hey, that youth, yo, John Star.
CT scan machine or MRI machine? We
have to finish now. We have to finish. The councillor has taken up his privileges and you can't leave the set just yet. You have to wait until the team runs, sir.
Even if the...
Me respect Jesse James Clarke. Though the man disrespect him, the man a left his set. The man a walk off. Brother, I hope a PNP learn their lesson, brethren. You see, me telling you, you know. Listen to me. The lines have been drawn. The lines have been drawn, ladies and gentlemen. The lines have been drawn. And let me tell you something.
Comes
see.
with boneless sardines, perfect for snacking, on a cracker, on its own. Snacking made easy.
You see, if you never believe so the lines have been drawn, look on the screen. When you remember this day, when they walk out by Marky G and them have to go out on the front there and go finishing speech, we have in a parliament, the lines have been drawn. I clown that, brother. Sean Hill, me tell you, I clown that, bro. Believe. You know, here. Yo, the man I get me right, Bridget. Morning. The lines have been drawn, ladies and gentlemen. See? And more at the PMP for we know say them try to be diplomatic, but more of them to move with some more vigilance. You understand? Remember say Marky G call out the media, you know. Right? Remember say Marky G call out the media. Lloyd Fang, big up. Zane, remember say him call out the media. So my recommendation to the PMP is for blacklist some of them media also and maybe some of them journalists. Blacklist them. Meaning say you can invite them to come on a press conference when you present something and them ask question. But you see, in terms of you go sit down on them platform and go have interview with them, when you start have the interview with them with the Mystic Sensation, the ABR News TV, the Talk Your Mind TV, the Atta for the Press, Partner Jar TV, we ain't loan some. Understand me I say? And them people there. When if you start have the interview them, go down in the grassroots. It's like on a walk, I want to go from hills to valleys and walk and go meet people. And so, some want to know go up on the small platform them, or quote unquote smaller platform them, and not mainstream media. And I want to know go and go support them and make them ask no critic. I want tough question me for Mark Golden, you know. And I can't tell him from now if he decides to come on my platform. I want to know what Mark Golden's position is where the Samoa agreement is concerned. And what does he plan to do with that agreement that Andrew and his government has signed? Right? And what is his understanding of that agreement and what it means for Jamaica? That's what I want to ask Mark Golden. And you think I'm me alone? Prophet. Mark Stewart want to ask him to. Because he did a video about it some time ago. Yes. Church want to know what is his position and it's very important. Carlton Grandis say good morning everyone. Blessings to you. Blessings to you, Carlton. Respect. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? Charles Davis. Disrespectful. And big up ABR News TV. Make sure you go subscribe. See? Yeah.